A friend of mine told me about her friend and her little girl that has this rare disease I never even heard of. I heard it referred to as brittle bone, so I was like, tell me about this. I met Zoe when we went to Wishbone Day, which is a picnic that a bunch of children and their families that have children with OI go, and they just, hang out and meet up. So I went with John, and we met Zoe and a bunch of other kids that have OI, so it was really great. I had a really strong reaction when I met Zoe because you want to help her, but she doesn't really need help. She wants to do everything on her own. It's just, she smiles all the time. That's one of the things that made me so happy to meet her, because that's all she did when we first met her. She giggled the entire time. I have chills thinking about it because she was just so happy, and she made us happy, so it was fun.
When you were pregnant, you first got this diagnosis, so I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about OI.
When I was 19 weeks pregnant, we went to our anatomy scan to see whether or not our baby was going to be a boy or a girl. And when we did that, they told us that we were having a little girl and that she had achondroplasia. And we were misdiagnosed in the beginning that her arms and her legs were almost 2 months behind of where they should have been, and that they were broken, that her ribs were broken, and that her nasal passage hadn't formed yet, and that her skull was undermineralized. She actually took the ultrasound wand and pushed down on my tummy and was able to mold Zoe's skull, which was heartbreaking, and told us that we should consider termination because if she did have one of the 3 types that she thought, then she would surely not live till birth. And so I couldn't even feel her yet, and they were already telling me. I was just starting the show, and when we found out that her bones were broken, and that was basically why I wasn't feeling her, because she wasn't moving. At one time when I was about 7 months pregnant, her left femur was broken, and it was broken completely in half, and she was kicking her leg in the ultrasound, and I can see the 2 sides of the bone just moving and not connected whatsoever,
Is she able to spend time with other children at all?
When we go to Nebraska for her OI clinic or her surgeries, there are usually another family or a few with children with OI. Those are the times where I feel comfortable with Zoe with other children, because they don't grab her or they don't try and push her chair. They know their limits with her or their siblings. They just know what it is, right. And so they have no problem. I am nervous to put Zoe in preschool, to say the least. But it will happen, and we'll figure that out.
And soon she's going to be able to start telling people about her
back
condition.
Off,
yeah,
or,
exactly.
Don't touch my chair, this or that.
Yeah. When you come across people that you're sort of meeting for the first time, or they see Zoe for the first time, are they able to ask questions, or do they get sort of uncomfortable, or they make assumptions about her condition? And if so, what are some of the things you'd like to correct about people's assumptions about OI or about Zoe?
Usually they think she's a baby, and they'll think she's either a genius because they assume she's 4 months old, since it is a form of dwarfism. And then when I tell them she's 2, I get the, what's wrong with her? A lot of people, when just hearing about her condition, assume that she could be delayed mentally as well, but it causes no mental delays whatsoever.
What's going to happen as Zoe gets older? In terms of what the doctors have told you?
Her OI so far has affected her teeth. It can affect her hearing. The bones in her ears are just as fragile as any of the other bones, and so if Zoe hears really loud noise, that could easily fracture an ear bone.
I know that the OI is a huge part of Zoe's life, but what's a day like aside from that? What do you guys like to do? What does she enjoy? What are some of
the water is one of Zoe's favorite places to be. She loves bath time, or we got a blow-up pool in the backyard for her. When she's in the water, she's weight-free and she can move freely wherever she wants to go. And so when we're carrying her around the house, she'll just fling her body towards the bathroom and groan until we take her to the bathtub, and then she'll start getting really excited. And so she loves taking baths.
Obviously, just speaking on behalf of everyone who's going to be watching this and meeting Zoe for the first time, what can we do to help?
Some of the big things would just probably be awareness, for one, and then educating everybody about it. You know, there's no reason that I cannot be as well known as autism. So many people have it, and you just don't know because you don't hear about it, which is what happened to us. I had no idea how to even pronounce Osteogenesis Imperfecta when they told me the name of my daughter's diagnosis. And now, you know, that's all we know, really.
Right.
We just plan everything around Zoe's OI.
Well, I just want to say I've spent only a little time with you, but it's amazing what you're doing as a mom.
Thank you.
I think that, you know, on behalf of most parents, especially guys, we have to be trained how to change diapers, and the idea that Zoe can have a fracture and you're immediately administering pain meds and splinting her in minutes is just incredible. And she's got an amazing mom, so
Thank you very much.
it's really nice meeting you guys.